So in transition to that, right, in continuation of that, I think it's a lovely question about what, we're stepping into writing the high of this day and writing the high of the experiences that we've been exposed to and aftercare. So I find that's something really important in every, I think we've had that in some workshops today, but in every interaction that we have, in every relationship that we have, in every something that close, to ask ourselves what is the care that we need, right? And this is something that I took away from Tantra studies and Tantra workshops, which is, like we approach people and we have an interaction with them. And then oftentimes in relationships, we never think about what do we need when that ends? What do we need when it closes? And that could be in so many areas, right? Like, what do we need when our business closes? What do we need when we finish an interaction with a client? What do we need at the end of a day? It could even be, right? Like at the end of each work day, what kind of aftercare do we need to be able to transition out and integrate, right? And like fully embrace the next thing. So that's my invitation for all of you that are here, for all of you that are watching online. If you have watched any of the workshops or been with any of the workshops today, my first question, so first, Joel, before we close anything, right, just like really allow ourselves to celebrate and ride the high of what we got, right? So before ending any relationship, ending any closing, any meeting, and the way that I like to do that is firstly to think about what was the most significant thing that happened, and then go about and share it with so many people, like at least 2-3 people, so that it becomes, so that firstly we get to double our experience or triple our experience, and the best, like the little chocolate in our day, we get to have it 3 times. But we also leave that to other people, right? Like oftentimes the things that we are given or that we experience, we go through them for ourselves, but we can think that we're going through them for so many other people, so that we find rest and we connect that we're finding rest for myself and we're honoring ourselves as a stand that everybody in the world can do that everybody in the world can love themselves in that way, that everybody in the world can care for themselves in that way, which is simply going to bed at the time we say we're going to go, which we might think we struggle with, and we can see 2 people in our room already. That is something relevant to you. Imagine how many people in the world can't do that for themselves. So we doing that for ourselves is also a stand for what we really wish to see more in the world and what we wish for other people. So what I would love to do right now is to take some time. I know you probably have your notepads and notebooks still close by, and pens and papers. We're going to take a few minutes to write down what was the most significant thing that happened to you in the summit, right? So whether you watched 1 workshop, 2, 12.5 hours of it, out of all of that, what was the most significant thing? And what about it was significant? What did it make you feel? What images come to mind? Anything that you want to write about that one significant experience. And John, do you have a question?
No. Are we writing this down? That's my question.
Yeah, first we're writing it down. We want to get
Okay.
really juicy and really detailed, like full on.
12 and a half hours worth of notes here, you know.
It's just one of the most significant.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You're on mute.
You guys need more time? No, John does.
No. No.
I don't know. I see some focused faces. Okay. So I'd love to go around and then hear, I talked about sharing with 2 or 3 people. So you get to do it very effectively to go to bed early in this room. We set it up specially for you to fulfill your deepest desires. Who would like to go first and share with us what it feels like and what it is that the most significant thing that happened for you in the summit so far?
I'll start it off. When I was writing it down, I was just like, I really didn't know I had no clue. And we can't tell the future. I just didn't know how today was going to go. I didn't even have an idea of how it was going to go. Like, I didn't even picture anything. And I really wasn't ready for that. What showed up was something I was like, wow, look at all these people in the world that are out there willing to make a difference to total strangers. Like Carrie just said, she doesn't know anybody except Eloah, and yet she's connected. And so for me, it was, what I got out of today was just like, and Craig, like, you're a legend, dude. Like, you've been here since the crack of dawn, right? Dude, you're incredible. Like, I've never met Craig either. Like, I've been with him all day. And that's the beauty of the summit, right? Like total strangers, and yet through the course of today, we've connected. And even though Eric wasn't with us the entire day, he came a few hours ago. It didn't matter. Like, he may as well have been here all day too, And I just get that level of connectedness. And going back to the summit, and what I really get is there was such beauty in what people were doing today, sharing themselves so openly, vulnerably. Like, things opened up for me about being vulnerable and open. But the one big thing today is my word, and my word to myself, and inspired by it, not just Not just saying, okay, I'm going to go to bed early because it's something I have to do, but like really be inspired about what's possible about going to bed early. You know, and so it's not just another thing for me to do on my list, but it's yeah. So I just said my word to myself, loving who I am right now and inspired by taking care of me. That's what I've got out of today. Yeah. And acknowledge all of you for being here and for allowing that to open up for me. So thank you. I acknowledge you guys for that. Thank you.
Amazing. I'm acknowledging you for having brought yourself here and ditch the excuses and jumping in.
Yeah, that was fun. We must definitely do this again.
24 hours.
And I'm not just saying that like when two people bump into each other at the shop. I know we should definitely get together for coffee. I don't mean like that. Like really creating it. Like we're gonna do this again.
I remember you guys weren't in a conversation that I had with John, and he was like, "Oh, 15 hours next time. John wants 24 hours." He was like, 15 hours? Oh, we need to do a 24-hour summit. I was like, geez.
So we can go from Japan all the way to Hawaii.
Vision. Love that. Thanks, John. Thanks. Okay. Who wants to go next? Off you go, Eric.
Yeah, well, obviously I didn't do the full 12 hours today, so sorry for all those wonderful sessions I must have missed. I'll try and catch up with the recordings afterwards. But yeah, I think it was that exercise where we thought about the 3 years from now. I think that was a nice one. I had a vision of myself sitting on some patio overlooking the ocean, watching the waves roll in the evening and being very at peace and having, if anything, more responsibilities and things than I have today, but being more chill and less stressed about that fact. So it's not so much just about what's going on in your life. It's about how you roll with it, right? Just like the waves. And that's what I got out of it. Yeah.
You're so poetic today. That's beautiful. Yeah. Like I'm just present to that combination of like having even more on your plate and being able to just sit in your patio watching the waves. How does that feel?
Sorry, I muted myself. Yeah, it feels good. It feels like just knowing what's important and prioritizing without any guilt, So you just say, oh, okay, I'm only going to do these 3 things and not these 197 other things, Yeah.
Yeah.
Because those 3 things are the force multipliers, right? Those are the ones that make everything else happen.
Nice one. Cool. Who goes next?
All right, save the best for last. Magnificent. So I've written here as an answer to that question, recognizing that I am enough as who I am. And then a second sentence, I am allowed to be myself, which opens myself up to who I truly want to be and who I would like to go there with.
Wow. Really hear the acceptance part in there. Like,
That's
accept.
beautiful, man.
Yeah. And then everything falls into place. It's like, I accept myself, and then there's this person in my life with me, then there is the person I want to be, there's the person that I am. How does that feel?
It feels like the sun is shining from here. It shines on me and through me and from me.
Fire, right?
Yes!
Beautiful.
Oh, incredible. Wonderful.
Really great.
Sorry, it emanates from my beard. Can I change the position?
I missed that. What did you say?
Said the sun shines from my beard. I'm changing the position from my heart center to my beard.
Yeah.
Because you got to go everywhere with humor. Without it, we'd be lost.
I want to ask Eric, where are you in the world, Eric?
I'm in Cape Town.
Good
Oh,
job!
okay. Woohoo!
Woo!
And you, John?
Also, Cape Town, yeah.
All of us, I guess. Yeah.
All of us, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Oh,
really cool.
okay. I also want to jump in and share my biggest
Yes.
takeaway from today.
Oh, sorry, that makes you the best for last.
I thought that's what you were referring to when you said best for last. I definitely
Oh
took
yeah, obviously. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I realized. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Having arrived, right? So pretending that I have arrived. That's what I took out of today. So I have the vision, the 3-year vision of where I'm going. And I'm like, oh my gosh, so much to get there. And then I'm just like, just take a little bit of credit for this day and tonight, and just pretend that you have arrived. Like, celebrate right here, right now. And then tomorrow we'll keep going there. Like, tomorrow we'll walk towards those 3 years. For now, just pretend you have arrived. And that feels, and I think the thing that really like what that makes available for me is the certainty that I'll be in that place in 3 years. Like, I don't question, like, there's nothing that I need to do more than what I will do. Like, it's almost like it's inevitable. Like, if that future is being pulled towards me, and if I just allow myself to be here right now, it's inevitable. So I just get to be connected to it, and I get to feel full. I don't know if full is the right word for it, but there's like fullness of life, like fullness of experience. So that is my takeaway from this beautiful summit. And transitioning into the aftercare, I'd like to invite you all to type in the chat what, if anything, you need as an aftercare from the summit, right? And that could be a request for the summit. You know, it kind of sounds like John needs an aftercare of another 24-hour summit, like a commitment that we'll do this again. It could, yeah, like what do you guys need to complete this experience for you, if anything? And then just go ahead and type in the chat. Yes, travel. Okay, a holiday. You need a holiday from the summit. Stand on a mountain, to swim in the ocean, to hold her hand. I'm thinking some sort of a celebration, like, I guess the openness to celebrate. That would be mine. So I also, I want to wrap up saying thank you to all of you for taking the time to be here, taking the time to be in inquiry about what's next level self-love for you, what's out there that you can, what new scents and flavors and notes and music we can bring into loving ourselves, how to be more gentle and appreciative of our inner lyric, so that it's not scared to come out on stage, and so that it feels protected and safe and all the things that it needs to step up and do more, whether that be rest, whether that be a show, whether that be whatever it may be, and to let you know that I'm extremely honored. When I had the idea to make the summit happen, it's one thing to dream of it, it's another to touch each other's lives for real. So thank you for allowing yourselves to be touched and moved, and to move with all of us, and to continue this experience, right? So it doesn't need to end here, and it doesn't need to wait until the next summit. But I'll be popping everybody an email with some reminders of how to stay connected, and some suggestions of how to stay connected and celebrate. But also, you do have in your email right now a goodie bag filled with offers from most of the contributors from today. Some of them expire tonight, so I know you want to go to bed early, but you might just before you do that, you might want to check the goodie bag to see if there's anything that you want to claim before they expire. Some of them are really fresh and they can't stay all night long unattended, so go there. And I think the invitation of the goodie bag is obviously, just that it be this generosity and be, more than what we could have asked for. And that is the kind of self-love that I wish for all of us, that we allow ourselves more and more and more goodness into our lives. But it's also a way to stay connected long-term and to deepen the practices that we've seen here. So it doesn't need to be a once-off. you get to, in many of them, spend a whole 30 days with the facilitator that you saw here today. You get to spend 30-minute private sessions, well, 20-minute private sessions with me, 60-minute private sessions with me, 30-minute private sessions with Megan, and so on and so forth. So that is available for the asking, if you like. And I think that's pretty much it. Any final words that you're leaving with? One word that you're leaving with, so that we can close this day. Unfettered and free to be free. This was ready for the go. And peace.
Yeah, that's a good one. Just one word: inspiration.
Yeah. My word is love. Has to be love. It's a self-love song.
Yeah.
My thing.
It's your thing.
I will let you go off into your beautiful journeys, trusting that you know best to take care of yourselves. So thank you for allowing us to be with you, and go well. Ciao.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Chat soon.
Have a lovely evening.
You too.
Bye, Craig.
Bye, guys.
He's still on mute. Wait, unmute.
Okay, I'm ending this. Are you ready?
Bye, everyone.
Good night. Bye.